Hello and good morning to you, Nigeria. We're back once again to give your morning a boost.
We're glad to know that you are tuned into the right station.
Yes, indeed.
Right now.
And the right
ready
show.
to go on a fun ride with us, because that's the way I'm feeling. Amazing this morning. My name is Yomi Owokwe.
And I'm Titila Oyinso. Now, traditional TV is great, you know, if you're at home. But we know that you're likely going to be on the move. So why not take us with you online at tvcontinental.tv.
And also on our Facebook at TVC Connect. That's facebook.com/TVC Connect. And you'll, of course, see us live, just like you're seeing us right now on TV. Yes. Now, for comments, use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook.
Very, very important, that hashtag. Don't forget it. And of course, we know that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, which is why we always make sure MM is right there on standby.
And
take care of our chef.
So whatever happens today, MM,
yeah,
we have you covered.
Yes,
We've got some
noodles
and eggs. And some bread as well.
All right, guys.
So
how
just
are you doing?
work something out, yeah.
All right, okay, so our chef is stuck in traffic. I know he or she will be here shortly.
Yeah.
Hopefully. How's your night?
That line, how was your night?
Look,
I don't know,
it's
such a Niger thing.
Yeah.
Well,
But and we have to
thing,
ask. We have to
so,
ask.
yeah, we may as
Because
well.
in Nigeria, there's lots of things that happen during the night. And so if you get through the night to the morning,
Okay.
you are blessed.
Amen to that.
So
I don't know where you're going.
Straight to this morning's highlights. On performance, Akin Sugar of the famous Sugar Band will be joining us for a musical performance and then a chat later on.
And the world of our celebrities is ever busy. We do our best to keep you up to date with all that's happening in entertainment. Mike will be taking us through that in a little while.
And from that, Oyindamola Shutter will be joining us to talk to us about why parents need to spend quality time with their children. She'll be highlighting a few ways that this can be achieved even with our busy schedules.
And from there, we'll have an amazing display of talent this morning. Damilola Ajayi, also known as Damilola D, the comophobist. Wait. Comophone? What? How do they say that?
Combophonist.
Combophobist.
Combophonist.
Wow.
Yeah. Combophonist of Combatainment. And he's going to be giving us some wild stuff this morning.
And lastly, we'll be having award-winning actor Tope Tedela. He'll be on the couch for a chat just before we round off the show.
Don't want you to make the same mistakes I made.
Something, I am not following you guys to any hits.
Get off. It was a mistake.
Are you going home?
I'm home.
I almost chewed my words there. Comophomist.
You know you actually
So the B is silent.
I did.
pronounced it right.
I did?
Yeah.
But I guess you reminded. I didn't get it right. I couldn't have gotten this right.
So he performs with a comb.
Yeah, that's amazing.
This is
I can't wait
crazy.
to meet him later on
Yeah.
the show.
So if you wanted to move to another country permanently,
okay.
and it was an African country,
Uh-oh.
so none of that Switzerland, Canada, Australia, no, no Switzerland, no Canada, no Australia.
Okay.
Where would you move to?
Really?
I want to Tanzania.
Why?
And that's because it's a fantastic tourist site. So I'd like to stay in
So after the first-
Zanzibar,
Can you
to be
imagine?
precise.
Okay,
Full of
okay.
good.
I think I would
Just so you know, yeah.
I think I would pick Kenya.
Kenya.
Because there are a lot of English-speaking people there.
Kenya.
Feels like, you know, they've been really, really developing over the past 10 years as well.
I don't know about Kenya though.
Yeah, I like Nairobi.
Yeah.
Yes, nice.
I think if I was looking about stability, it would have to be a North African country. Say maybe Egypt or no, Egypt.
What?
They can't fight in that place.
You know?
You're not sure.
But why is Africa like this? Why is Africa like
Well,
this?
let's talk about Rwanda. Rwanda is one of the when it comes to development,
Yeah.
it is fastly.
You're right.
It's very
You're right.
fast.
You're right. I mean, they went to
Yeah,
Rwanda is
it's
great, yeah.
it's one of the. It is the most cleanest.
Yeah, of course.
Or the cleanest.
Yeah.
Cleanest country in Africa.
Yeah.
Wow. And when it comes to development, when it comes to technology, Rwanda is moving so fast.
Yeah, they're
They
moving
have-
quite fast, yeah.
They have plants, you know, there was a time when we used to have a Peugeot plant in Nigeria here. We used to produce tires here with Dunlop.
Yeah.
Dunlop is no longer here. Peugeot, I don't know if you know, when you're coming on radio, around LTV area,
Yeah.
they used to have a Peugeot assembling plant there. They're no longer there. But they are now assembly plants in Rwanda.
You know, there's a lot of reasons why a lot of things are working in some places that are not working here. And then also you have to think about the size of the country.
So when you say
compare
like
the
that, I'm
sizes
hoping
of
you can
some
tell us.
countries to the size of this country.
Really? Are you trying to vindicate us?
No, there's no, we have no excuse. Forget it.
No, the size of the country is also
We have no excuse.
Hello, viewers at home. Good morning to you, and I welcome you to today's fitness. How are you guys doing? All right, today we're gonna do aerobic dance. We're just gonna dance, do aerobics, sweat out. And with aerobics, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve, even without using equipment. All right, so we're good to go. My name remains T-Fit. T-Fit. Okay, let's go. It's right and left. Good job. It's right and left. Aha. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Now lift it up. Take it up. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now side to side movement. Good job. That is it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take it up and jab, brother. Take it up and jab. 1. We're warming up. 2. Let's go. 3. 4, 5. One more. Then we switch. Jab. Good job, that is it. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Side to side again. Side to side now. Pull it down. Pull it down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lights kick. Go kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. High knees with hands raised. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. In. Step. Tap. Tap. In. So good job. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Heel tap. Let's go. Heel tap. Left leg. Heel tap. Left leg. That is it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Then we'll switch. See how we switch. Good job. That is it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. After one, we switch again. Let's switch. Then take it up. Now take it up. Good job. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Then switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Side to side. Side to side. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Watch this move. I love this moves. You know why I love this moves? So easy. And we know we can achieve. Go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Uppercut to the side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now jab to the side. Jab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jab forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uppercut forward. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Side to side. These are basics. Okay? Side to side. Side to side. 6, 5, 4, 3. Now we're going to stretch. Let's stretch. Breathe in and out. Whenever you're stretching, always breathe in and out.
You gotta get up.
Lateral lunge.
You gotta get up and make a move.
Breathe in and out. Always breathe in.
Cause the world
Another
will
hits
never
jam from
see
raploaded.com.
No, they don't really
All
care
right,
what
that is it
you're
on the show
going
today. Now we're going to take a break and we'll take you back
So
to the
you gotta
studio.
show 'em,
Thank you so much.
baby.
See you some other time.
Oh, welcome back. It's Wake Up Nigeria, and we're here in the kitchen. Yes, and it's been a while. And guys, you won't believe it. This is Chef Wumi's 6th month on Wake Up Nigeria.
Thank you.
Do I hear drum bells? All right. Good to have you here, Chef.
Thank
Omi.
you.
So what are we making today?
Okay, today we're making something very simple,
Yeah.
fast, and interesting.
Yeah.
We're making stick rice with stir-fry sauce and chicken.
Okay. So first of all, let people see what rice sticks look like. So they are not wondering, what is stick rice? Okay, so while she's still busy, because there's so much she has going on, I'll just show you what, because it's been cooking. So this is what it looks
Okay,
like.
let me bring it out.
They look like very tiny spaghettis.
Very tiny, very, very tiny. But it tastes like rice. That's just
Yeah,
the
I know,
interesting thing.
I know.
So, sorry?
Yeah, and they're actually white like rice.
Very,
or like,
very white.
you know.
And notice that it's smelling like rice.
Yes.
So,
So basically you just, what's the process?
just boil your water for
Yeah.
a few seconds, let it get hot.
Okay.
Then you add your spaghetti to it, or
Okay.
your rice
Your
stick.
rice,
I
yeah.
mean,
Okay.
then you add your little salt to taste. That
Okay.
is all you need to do.
Okay. So let us talk about our stir fry.
Okay.
What are the ingredients we're working with this morning?
Oh, we are using carrots, green
Yeah.
pepper, we have green pea here, we have green beans, we have onions, we have spring onions, and some vegetable. We have sweet corn behind as well. So you can just mix all these vegetables together. But the basic thing is that you are going to fry everything, slice. Some people do dice, some people do slice in a long and tiny.
Strips.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it depends on how you actually
like
want.
it.
For me, I'm going to slice so that we can be fast and
Okay. All right. So I
Done
noticed
with
that
it.
we have chicken here,
Chicken, yes.
which is soaked in flour. What do you plan to do with this?
It's to get the skin crunchy.
Okay.
So first thing you do is to break your egg. Just one is okay.
Okay.
Dip the chicken into the egg. Then you coat it with flour.
Okay.
So you set it aside like this. Then you fry in hot oil.
Okay. So can we get cooking?
Definitely.
Great. All right. So I'm just going to help Chef Wumi slice her vegetables that she'll be working with, basically. So what we are going for here is a tiny strips,
Yes.
right? Great. So you make sure they're as tiny
As
as
possible.
possible. And you know, funny enough, that's how I like
Your
my
own
stir fry.
stir-fries.
Yes. I like my vegetables to be very,
very
tiny.
and
So what I
slice.
do, I just...
And the thing is that you're getting it.
I know. I take my cooking lessons very seriously. Okay. So we are waiting for our oil to heat up right
Heat
now.
up, yes. So while we are waiting for that, we can set this aside.
Okay. That's our rice sticks.
Yes. And
So with the stir fries, you could actually have them with anything.
yes, sauce. Now, you know we have varieties of sauces. So it depends on what you want.
What you like. Okay, great. So what are we doing now?
Then the next thing is to get this warm. We're going to fry this.
Okay.
So once that is hot, I will also fry. Okay, sorry, I actually omitted the plantain. We have plantain here in the house, so we'll be frying this as well.
Oh.
You understand?
Okay. So basically, we're just having rice sticks alongside stir fries with plantain.
Plantain, yes.
So it's like having rice and plantain. Okay. This is like our Sunday staple. Everyone's Sunday staple. Rice. And then if you want to add a twist to it, have stir fries, basically.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I really like the way you're slicing it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that does not mean... but anyways, if you decide to want to contract me to be cooking...
So for your stir fries, you actually need a bit
A
of
dark soy sauce.
soya sauce.
Okay.
Just to give it that spring taste. You know.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
very nice.
It's also going to give it a dark color, yeah?
A bit.
Okay. So you're just going to add in a little of that.
A little, just a little to taste.
Okay.
So
So
I
usually-
guess I shouldn't miss that out for those watching at home.
Watching at home. Okay. So you need to check that oil because it should be hot by now
Okay.
and ready to fry. Ready?
Here we are. Yes.
Okay.
So we do
So
this.
just in case you're wondering how we achieved our chicken and why it's looking like this, we actually dipped our chicken in eggs and then rolled it in flour. So what we are trying to get here is...
to get this crunchy back.
Yes.
Thank you.
And then with our green pepper, I'm just going to take out all the seeds. And all our veggies are going into that, yeah?
Yes, into the sauce.
Into the sauce. So over the weekend, I actually made curry chicken sauce.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm very familiar with this recipe because
Okay.
I do it a lot.
Okay.
And then I always add a trick to mine. I use coconut milk.
Wow.
Yeah, with a little bit of milk when I'm making, because usually, you know, okay, so how do you get your thickener?
You can use corn flour,
Yeah.
or you can use irregular flour, you understand? It depends
Yeah.
on what you actually want. But corn flour is always, because it's lighter,
Yes.
so it comes out very
Very
nice and light.
So what I do is I mix my corn flour in a little bit of water, add a little bit of milk with my coconut milk or coconut powder,
Okay.
if I like, and just, you know, just give it that really nice thingy coconut
You should
flavor.
go into this food business.
I know, right?
All right, welcome back. Now, being a parent is a lot to take on, especially in these times. Now, making ends meet now takes up a lot of time, and of course, these responsibilities cannot be neglected. Still, we must find time for our kids, especially quality time. Oyinda Shoderu is back with us to tell us why this is essential, and of course, to also provide us tips on how we can spend time with our children, even with a busy schedule. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
All right, so let's get straight to it. I mean, we know, especially if you live in a busy city, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, things are happening around the clock, and sometimes you don't pay too much attention to the children because you have all these things that you have to do, right? But why is it essential for us to spend quality time with children?
Okay, let me start by referring to what you said about making ends meet. I want us to picture a ruler. You know, the ruler has two ends and is straight.
Yeah.
If you try to bring the two ends together, what you find out is the center cracks.
Yeah.
You know, and that's essentially what happens when you don't give the children quality time. And you find out that children begin to either act out, you know, a lot of them get aggressive. They're looking for attention at all costs. And what also happens is this: when every baby is born, when everybody's born, everybody's happy. They make emotional deposits in your life that are very positive. And as you begin to grow, people correct you. So they make withdrawals from these emotional deposits. Parents must now consciously make sure that they make deposits. Because if you keep withdrawing from an account and you don't deposit anything back, what happens is...
It's depleted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we need to spend quality time with our children. It doesn't have to be long. No matter how busy you are, give each child 8 minutes. In a day, you'll find out that that child will be well balanced, will be happy.
So if like, I've got 3 kids. Okay. So if I was going to give each of my children 8 minutes in a day, that's 8 times 3, that's 24 minutes.
In a day. I'm sure you could manage that. If you
So I could do 1 child in the morning and then the other 2 at night.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. Or you could put all 3 of them in a room, maybe like read to them or tell them how your day went, tell them a funny story, something that happened to you. Bring out your phone, say, let's take Snapchat pictures together. There are things you could always do to make those 8 minutes quality. Ask each, and you must be careful to make sure that you have time for each child. So it's not just 24 minutes lumped together.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, Jide, Taye, Kende must have their own 8 minutes with you.
Yeah.
Hug them, touch them. So it's not about the quantity of the time, it's about the quality of the time.
Right.
Yes.
So how do you then begin to be deliberate about these things? Because it's all well and good for you to tell us now, and then we're excited about it for a week or 2, and then we're spending time with the children. But then again, life takes over, you're busy, and then you forget to do these things once again. So, but how are you deliberate for the long term for these kinds of things?
Okay. I think all you just need to do is look around you every day and remember that these gifts are with you. And the funny thing is, children grow up so fast. You blink and bam, they're out of, you know,
Yeah,
they're on their
they're out
own.
of the door.
Exactly.
They're grown up.
So you must consciously remind yourself that the time I have with these children is limited, particularly for those of us who send our kids to boarding school. The moment they go to boarding school, it's just holidays. they're practically out of the house.
Yeah.
So it's a conscious decision. And you know, children are like puppies. You come in and they want to tell you everything at once. And hey, daddy's tired, mommy's tired. But please, you could talk to them. Give me 5 minutes, give me 10 minutes. But after the 10 minutes, make sure you go and look for them. You know, and actually, it doesn't take much for a child to begin to talk. But what happens is when you shut that child every time, I'm tired, leave me, go and meet your mommy or go and meet your daddy, the child just learns not to need you because that's what you're teaching them. And then you now wonder why they're not coming to you in their teenage or, you know, there's this thing that was on social media. An old man went to a phone repairer and said, something must be wrong with my phone is broken. And the guy was like, there's nothing wrong with your phone. Then the man says, why don't my children call me? What came to my mind immediately is, what did you do with these children when they were much younger? You may have taught them not to need you. You may have taught them that you're always busy. Guess what? Life turns around. Now they are always busy.
And then you are the one needing them,
Exactly.
and then they're not
so
there.
we have to be deliberate, like I said, in making time. What's 5 minutes in a day? If you're in the kitchen, you need to cook. Tell them, sit with me.
Right.
You know?
Okay, so these are practical steps now. So if I'm busy doing something, maybe I'm fixing an appliance, or I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking, I can be there with the child and still be spending that quality, that 8 minutes.
Making it fun, making it about them. You must also be careful that the 8 minutes, like I said, is not a time of withdrawal. What's wrong with you? Why did you do this? It's 8 deliberate fun minutes, bonding minutes, making memories. So, you know, it's like, oh, I need to go and refuel or buy, you know, something. Take the child along. And in the car, you're like, okay, tell me about your day. You know, these are ways to be deliberate about it, even while catching up with all you think you need to do.
I like what you said about emotional deposits.
Yes.
Because you just glossed over it. So I want us to focus a little bit on that. How do you make deliberate deposits, and what are the things that you focus on when you are trying to make deposits in your child?
Okay. Now, if you want to make an emotional deposit in a child, you make the child understand that this time is about you. Even if you're twins or triplets, Taye, this is your time. So Taye engages you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You compliment the child. You look at the child's, say, maybe academic performance, pick out the strengths, you know, make it positive time. That's how you deposit in the child. You compliment the child. You let the child talk. A lot of us, even when we want to spend time with our children, it's about what we want to do. Occasionally, you just have to ask this child, what would you like us to do?
Right,
do you understand? So you have to affirm your children. Like I said, you have to touch them. There was a time I was in a room with, say, about 50 youths, and we're like, how many of you has daddy ever hugged? I don't think we got 5 children.
Wow.
That is true statistics. Children that their parents are too busy to hug. So, you know, you must do these things that when your child lies there and thinks at night, they will smile and be like, oh, mommy, oh, daddy. Do you understand? Things for me, you can't compensate with buying things. It's not about spending more money. It's about you. The child needs you. And you find out that in most homes where, say, daddy is absent or mom is never around, these children deal with a lot more social issues. They find it hard to adjust. It's easy for them to yield to peer pressure. Ladies tend to be more promiscuous and everything. So we're saying, parents, deliberately compliment your child. Deliberately look the child in the eye. Don't be afraid to take on their questions, because children are bold nowadays. I mean, they ask you things that you're like,
they ask you crazy things.
Crazy.
One of the things that I also wanted to address was sometimes, even with parents that are not as busy as others, there's sometimes that challenge that I'm in the house, but I'm not really in the house, if you know what I mean. So I have a lot of time on my hands. How do I plan around the children to ensure that they are also gaining from that time that I have? Because, you know, sometimes my being in the house
doesn't mean you're present.
Doesn't mean I'm present with the children. So how do I come away in my mind and say that, okay, this is the time I'm going to be spending with this kid specifically for them? The
first appeal I would like to make as a parent to another parent is the time we give social media is killing communication. I was in a place last week, there were 6 of us strangers in the room, and beyond the immediate hello, nobody said anything, and I was like, wow, this is an opportunity to network, this is an opportunity to meet someone who could change it. And everybody was on their phones, and that's exactly what happens in the homes. So you can't be home and you're on your BlackBerry, your child is on iPad, and you're not. So you make deliberate time. I say maybe 6:30 to 7, no social media.
Right.
Eat at the dining table together. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're in your
So
room.
these are things that, you know, again, you're deliberate about. So it's not like
Exactly.
incidental things. You're deliberate about them and you ensure that they happen.
You have to plan. You're in your room, invite your children in. Don't let them be, you know, this stereotype of daddy comes home, everybody, you know, blends. It just has to stop. Because like I said, you lose these children. And once they form the opinion that daddy doesn't like me or mommy doesn't have time for me, it's going to take you a while to win them back.
To catch up, yeah. Okay, so for children that, you know, again, there are different stages, you know, with children, like you said, and once they move on to boarding school, you know, it's almost like, you know, they're on their own, essentially. So, for instance, are there, when a child is growing older, so for instance, maybe they've passed the first 5 years, which are very critical, and now another 5 years is coming, 5 to 10. Is there a certain set of rules or types of engagement that you have for younger children than for the ones that are older, that are becoming more and more experienced or exposed?
Well, obviously you need to evolve as the children are evolving.
Yeah.
What would engage a 5-year-old whose attention span is probably very little or light, you know, is not what would engage a child who is between 5 to 10, who is very curious.
Yeah.
They're curious about their sexuality, they're curious about the opposite sex, they're curious about money. So this is a stage where you can't afford to be shy. And you can't afford to react to everything a child says. So like I tell parents, you have to practice having a neutral face. Even though inside you're like, yeah. But on the outside, you're calm. And they can talk to you, because this is very critical. Once they get out at 10, everything you're doing from 11 is damage control. That's the honest truth. So you have to make sure that you spend time with them, answer their questions, and don't be afraid to say, I don't know. If you don't...
And taboo subjects as well. You know, that's one of the things that, you know, parents try to shy away from.
Honestly, for me, there are no taboo subjects, because if your children don't ask you, they'll find out on the net. There's so many counselors out there who are willing to sell to them values that you don't hold. So they shouldn't really... That's why I said that even if you're panicking on the inside, on the outside, you must be calm and let them tell you. Because whether they tell you or not, these are thoughts they are processing. These are challenges they are facing. So honestly, for me, in my home, no taboo subjects.
Wow. Oyindamola Sodero, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's amazing what you're sharing with us. And I know that a lot of parents listening right now are learning quite a lot. And you're going to be joining us again, hopefully next week on the show. All right, let's go over to MM now in the kitchen. Something is happening. And hey, guys.
Hi. Interesting conversation there. All right, with me here in the kitchen is Chef Funmi, and there's a lot going on. Chef Funmi has made me walk my hands off. I'm literally having muscles right now. All right, guys, just in case you're just tuning in, we are making rice sticks with chicken stir fry with chopped beef and fried plantain. Okay. Yes, Chef Funmi?
Yes, we are.
Am I in the spirit?
You're in the spirit.
Am I with you? All right, great stuff. So quickly, I'm just going to open this up. Our rice sticks are ready, just in case you're wondering what rice sticks look like. That's what they look like, basically. And because they're stir fries, could basically literally have them with anything. So let's run through the ingredients quickly, just to, you know, remind our viewers of what we are cooking.
So we are working with a lot of vegetables.
This morning, yeah.
This morning.
Yeah.
So we have our green pea, we have our green pepper. We have pea here, this green pea as well. We have spring onions, we have regular onions. Yeah. We have carrots, we have red pepper, and we have chopped meat.
Beef, yeah.
Beef. Then we have our
chicken.
Soy sauce and chicken as well.
Yeah.
So
just in case you're wondering quickly why the chicken looks like this, it was actually dipped in egg after, you know, boiled, steamed in egg, and then rolled over in some flour. So we are going on a quick commercial break, guys. The second half of the show starts in a bit. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back. Now you're on to the show that brightens your morning every single weekday.
Yeah.
The weekday of the work week, or the work week day day of the week when we work. Every work week, just every day, except for Saturday and Sunday.
And if you need, I don't know why you went through all that.
I just wanted to clarify.
They understand. And if you need information on health, arts, parenting, even food, all you need to do is just turn on to this show, and you can get as much as you want. All you can eat.
Yes, indeed.
On the show.
And if you just want to see what dress I'm wearing, hey, you could still do that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you could always stay online with us. Tune in online on our website. That's tvcontinental.tv. And, of course, on Facebook at TVC Connect. Connect with us. Tell us how good we look, how great we sound. We'd love to hear it. My name is Titilayo Oyinso.
Did you just make like a presentation? Like a class assembly presentation?
Okay, well, hey, hopefully we've convinced you and not confused you. Isn't that the line?
Yeah.
In the debate. But there's still so much more on the show that we're going to be displaying for
Lots of stuff are going to be happening. Already stuff is happening in the kitchen right now. But we, earlier on, were supposed to have Akin Sugar.
Yes.
But and he's still around, he's in the building. So we're going to be talking to him very, very shortly.
Homophobics.
Yeah, so that's the combophonist there that we're waiting for. He's going to also be joining us later on for a fantastic performance. All right, and finally, we'll be having award-winning Nigerian actor Tokpe Tedela on the couch for a chat just before we round up the show.
I don't want you to make the same mistakes I made.
Something, I am not following you guys to any hits.
Get off! It was a mistake.
Are you going home?
I'm home.
Welcome back. Household name Akin Sugar definitely rings a bell to lovers of Owambe. He's the managing director of Sugar Entertainment and the lead singer of the famous music band Sugar. He recently became a National Rotary Polio ambassador, and he has this song in honor of them. I'm going to give him a little space now for the performance. It's great to have you, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, take it away.
It takes faith to walk 1,000 miles, and it takes faith to see what the eyes can see. Do you know that silence has a sound, and that love can say what 1,000 words can say? I've been to many places, I've seen so many faces where arguments in the end. Oh, I can't stand over anything. I can't walk another mile. I can't climb over anything if you are by my side. You and I can be anything if we only take the time to try. We can climb over everything together, you and I. When I was a little child, I came face to face with my own reality. Said I'm a grown-up, now I'm a man. There's much more to me than you can tell. I've been to many places, I've seen so many faces. We're all humans in the air. I can't say no for anything. I can't walk another mile. I can't climb over anything if you are by my side. You and I can be anything if we only take the time to try. We can climb over everything together, you and I. Oh, 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 I'm a child almost lost. I'm a dream that was almost shattered. I awoke to my call. Look at me now. There is a child just like me who has a dream that is so much better. Don't let him die with his dreams. You help him work, so can be working, working, working to you. I can stand over everything. I can walk another mile. I can climb over anything if you are by my side. You and I can be anything if we only take the time to try. We can climb over everything together, you and I. Oh, oh, oh,
Wow, wonderful, wonderful, great one,
Thank
great
you,
one,
man.
great one.
Thank
This is
you.
quite different from what we know you for. You know, the whole one there, move and all of that. But it's wonderful. It's like you've been doing this for it's a soulful song. I love it.
Thank you very
I love
much.
it. Now, you know, a few days back, incidentally, I was going through Alibaba's page,
Yes.
and I saw a post he made about you. He
Yes.
referred to something that happened in the past.
Yes.
You know, and he made mention about how you were trying to get a performance at a gig somewhere.
Yes,
You know, and all of that.
yes.
Can you tell us about that incident?
Okay, that was about over 2 decades now.
Yeah, yeah.
20
said over
years
20
ago.
years ago.
So I was invited for an audition at the Panchos,
Okay.
the Panchos Villa. I mean, it was like highly rated, you know, as a singer trying to find places, then you always want to go to the places that are high paying. And so he gave me a referral. I went there. I got there. Oh, the guy liked me. He had, you know, all the Oyinbo boys with all the gadgets and all. It wasn't even really the regular things we used to do with bands and all that. So he had all the gadgets and he said, oh, sing. He said, oh, fantastic, you have an awesome voice and all. He said, but, you know, you work funny. I mean, that's another way of saying it. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I'm just wondering how you're going to cope with, you know, moving from one place to the other. So I was like, so when I came outside and I saw Ali, I said, Ali said, how did it go? I said, oh boy, well, this is what they said. They said, no, this is not a determinant of who you are now. You know what I'm saying?
True that.
So let's just move on. So, so the other guy who was called happened to be someone I was practically like coaching in the band where I
and all
was,
of that, yeah.
you know, and was one who got the job. Yeah. So, you know, it was my first real, like, in your face, as it says, experience in music business.
How did that shape you? How did that experience shape you?
It made me stronger.
Wow.
Yes.
I like that.
It made me stronger. It actually defined me in terms of like, okay, all right, so you say I can't do this, but I can do this, I have this. So let me walk in the realms of what I know that I actually have. And I'm not going to chase what I don't have.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Now this question for everyone out there and also for me, what word can you give to upcoming entertainers? You know, how can you stay relevant? How can you get to the top and stay relevant in such an industry?
Yes, because music business or entertainment or being an entertainer or being a singer is smirked at. But the truth is, people go into it because they think it's a shortcut, but it's what it is. It's music business. So it means it's a business. It's like every other business. But you see, without that understanding, what is required is just about 10% of talent. Yes, every other thing that is required is a whole lot. Knowledge, a business plan about what you actually want to go into. So these are the things that people don't pay attention to. Oh, I'm talented, I want to blow. After you blow, what happens? Even in the blowing, do you just get blown away? So you don't, there's so many things that you don't let determine you. So a lot of people latch onto the talent. I can sing, I'm a good performer, I'm this, but that's just a bit of what is required. There's so much more, but people don't pay attention to actually knowing. They don't want to know. So knowledge is missing in all of it for young people going into it. So my advice is, you're going into music, sit back, research, pick exactly where you want to go into, who you want to sell to, and then understand it.
You are such a reservoir of knowledge. I wish I had more time to talk to you. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for this short time. It was great having you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, of course, that's him, the main man, Akin Sugar. But then we have to head over to MM, who is in the garden for some talent display. MM, what do you have for us?
All right, thank you very much, Mike. Very inspiring performance there by Akin Sugar. Thank you so very much for lifting our hearts this morning. Moving on to another amazing talent in the music industry is Damilola Ajayi, known as Convophonist. Convophonist. You know, it's pretty, what you do is very rare. Very rare, never seen it before. Yeah. But I'm just going to allow you to do your thing, and then we'll be back to talk to you.
All right, no problem.
Great, take it away. Okay, guys, just in case you're wondering what I'm holding, I'm also holding my own comb. So we are going to be creating music together just in case. Okay, so teach me how you do this. How did you discover how to make music from combs?
Actually started like a shy play.
Okay, tell me about it, because I'm curious.
I used to be a lover of sound, and I
Okay.
still love sound.
Okay.
Sounds that comes from trumpets and saxophone.
Okay.
But then I wanted something different that could bring out sound. So I was using my palm like this. So at a point, I just thought that I could get a comb and enclose it with something that could bring the sound.
Wow, interesting. And when did you discover this talent?
2004.
How old were you then?
I was
Okay,
about
he doesn't
20.
want to tell us how old he was then, basically, so that we're not counting. But this is amazing.
Thank
so you
you.
performed to, what's the response been like since you started
Awesome,
this?
Awesome, encouraging, very awesome and encouraging.
Okay, so you think this is pretty lucrative?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Where do you see this in the next 5 years?
Oh, global.
Global.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so what's your favorite? Okay, so when you were learning how to play with the comb, what was the first music you created? And how did you create it?
It was music, but then it's from Lagbaja song.
Okay, so let's play it together because I'm curious. Thank you so much, Damlola Ajayi. It was such a pleasure meeting you. I'm not sure if I'm going to learn how to play this, but I know I'll definitely be getting extra lessons from you just in case I consider it. All right, there's more on Wake Up Nigeria, guys. Stay tuned for more.
Welcome back. Now, finally, he's here. Temitope Christopher Tedela is a Nigerian actor and producer. He came into prominence after playing the lead role in the 2013 award-winning action drama film, A Mile from Home.
He's received several awards for his works, including Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Award, Nigerian Entertainment Awards, and a couple of others. He's done so much in the industry that...
And we dragged him out of bed and brought him to our
we
studio
did.
this morning.
No, you didn't exactly drag me out of bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Talk with Tedela when they called
So
your
you guys
name.
are pals.
Yeah, well...
You guys go way back.
We're in the hustle industry then.
Yeah,
Back in the day.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, so for in the entertainment industry, a lot of people started in different ways. Some started through acting, some started through modeling.
Yeah.
Some started as presenters. Yeah. Which was your starting point?
What was my starting point? Actually, it was acting.
Acting.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was actually acting, but then I did a little acting and then stepped out of acting. Then I did some presenting here on radio, on TV. Okay. I tried modeling actually, but it just never worked. I don't know what happened. I hustled hard, and then I just yeah. But I think acting sort of welcomed me with open arms, quote unquote, sort of, yeah.
So what year was it that you started fully and you knew that, okay, this acting thing is going to work?
Now, if I say something now,
what?
You think, I don't even know that this acting thing is going to work.
You collected the MVCA.
And I get that, but you just keep going.
Okay.
You just keep going regardless. And yeah, but I still question, especially here, I still question. But I think 2011.
Okay.
Yeah, in 2011, I just took the plunge. Yeah, I took the plunge, like, okay. Because sometimes you want to juggle it. I had a 9 to 5 at some point, and it was almost impossible to do that and pursue acting because you have to be at auditions early. Sometimes you have to do 3 auditions in a day. You have one in Surulere, you have to dash down to Ikeja, and then maybe there's a final one at Lekki that you're hoping to meet up. So all of that hustle, you really can't do that if you're not sort of focus largely on it. So yeah, 2011.
Yeah, I mean, it's and we hear that the industry itself can be pretty tough when you're starting out.
Yes.
But how is it for you?
It's not pretty tough when you're starting out. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. Yes, of course, when you're starting out, it's ridiculous. But it's, I mean, even now, it's tough. It's not child's play. If you're on the straight and narrow and you're trying to, do the work and just keep it moving, it's crazy.
What stands you out, though? Like, I mean, for someone who, 2013, you're pretty young. You had a couple of things under the belt, so it's not like you had lots of stuff that you had done for a long time and then won the Best Actor award. Yeah. What did you feel stood you out as an actor?
That's a hard question because I honestly can't say it's one thing, but generally I am passionate about great stories. I'm passionate about how we sort of sell ourselves as Nigerians. I mean, I'm Nigerian. I work in the film industry, and I feel like what I do as an actor is to export Nigeria. Because so I try to think about it from a global perspective. So when I get to material, and right from time, I ask myself that question: how will this thing portray, myself as an artist, and how would it portray the larger picture of the film industry or the TV industry? So those are some of the things I look at. Now, does that mean I haven't had missteps? I've had missteps. I've done things that I feel like, wow, I didn't think it was going to turn out like this, but largely that is what sort of drives and motivates me. And I think I really love acting. I really love the idea of creating characters. And as artists, we have an opportunity to delve into the unseen. A writer writes something, it may be fiction, but it's you just realize that it connects with different people on different levels. And you think that, wow, this is like a work of art that was just created, but it's touching people, it's making people see things differently, it's showing us how we are as human beings, it's showing our humanity, our pains, our hope. So it's a lot, and it's just, this guy is deep.
Very deep guy. He's
solid guy.
Surface guy.
I don't know what that is.
Let's check out a clip from one of your performances on the screen.
What are you doing there? I wanted to surprise you. You're not going far.
Here. I'm not gonna be long. Just a minute. Just wait for me, okay? Please. Chris! Please make sure Ejiro does not get out of the house.
Who?
Ejiro, my sister.
What is it cold?
It's cold. If I leave it out, she will read it.
Is that your diary?
Yeah? What else would I put in the freezer?
Food?
Nice. Nice, nice. I see what you did there. I see what you... Ooh. This is weird, though. I don't... That's normal, but this is weird.
Whatever happened, she does not leave the house.
Okay. You were literally babysitting an adult.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness me. Yeah. Okay, so I like the fact that there are some adventurous roles you've put yourself in. You know, I say put yourself because I feel like now it's a choice to pick some roles.
Yes.
You know, like A Soldier's Story.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about that particular film.
A Soldier's Story, yeah. A Soldier's Story, funny story behind that was, at a point I was researching directors. Okay. And I bumped into the director of Soldier's Story, which was Frankie Oga. And I tried to reach out to him, but it just never worked. It didn't happen. And in the same period, I don't know what happened, but he sent me an email or sent me a message then that he was working on a project, and it was just like, wow, I've been looking for you, I've been trying to reach out to you, and this is you reaching out to me. It was like, wow, that whole thing about maybe when you want something, the whole universe comes together to make it happen. And it was really beautiful, and I read the screenplay, and it was good. and I was going to take it on. And working on the first part was an awesome experience, and then the second part coming out soon is also something I'm looking forward to.
Very nice. So, I mean, one of the things I'm sure a lot of people are curious about after all this deep stuff that you've told us is how you socialize. So, for instance, on Sunday, there was this Agbada challenge, and everybody was, you know, looking at, okay, what this person is wearing, and who's refusing to come out of the house and stuff like that. What did you wear? You were one of those I just said, you know what, I'm not coming out.
How do I socialize? Let's see, I'm a work in progress in that regard. You know, to be very honest. I really don't want to go anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't want to go anywhere.
You don't want to hang out?
I don't really want to hang out. I don't want to go anywhere, to be honest.
Seriously?
Yeah. I want to read a book. I want to play my guitar. I want to watch a movie. Aww. I want to listen to music. I want to do yoga. I want to swim. Maybe play tennis.
Yeah, yoga is one of the things.
I want to go to church if I can. And yeah, those are the things I want to do. I don't really want to. I do go out, so I'm working progress in that regard. Yeah.
Okay, so he's not exactly the outgoing type, ladies. And I say ladies.
we're putting it out
there.
But
I go out sometimes. I do go out, but
But I think we can take him to breakfast.
Yes, at least let's take him to breakfast.
At least.
Yes, indeed. So our chef has prepared something special, extra special today.
Hi,
Here's sit over here.
Good morning. Nice of you to join us. So Chef Fumi,
Aki Sugar is here.
And yes, Mr. Aki Sugar is here.
Lovely song.
I'm a big fan of yours.
I'm a big fan.
I see all this fanzine going on between.
We have an actor. Great stuff is about to happen in this kitchen this morning, guys. Yeah. So, yeah, Chef Fumi is here, and she made something really delicious for you all. So, tell us about it, Chef.
Okay, today we made rice stick with stir fries, plantain with chicken, crumbs chicken, kind of.
Nice and colorful. I heard that the more colorful your food, the more nutritious.
Rainbow.
I don't know about that.
So let's get them to taste it. Let's get them to taste it as quickly as possible.
Emphasis on taste. So you give us back our food after.
No and just in case you're wondering why there's a cake here, it's Chef Fumi's 6th month on the show.
Nigeria.
Yeah, so she made a cake.
6 months anniversary.
Awesome.
Other chefs should take a cue from this.
This is really nice. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Loving it.
Very well done. Very well done. Please have a taste.
And while they're having a taste, we have to wrap up.
Yeah.
You know, a big shout out to our friends at Homely NG for the kitchen accessories.
Yeah, and for last place for
the hairstyle.
Always doing stuff.
Yes, and thank you for the small chops for yesterday. We enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Love it.
And Chef Fumi, you wanted to say something?
Yes, the cake. This red velvet, and we have sponge cake. Then we have this chocolate dripping upside down.
Hey! Wow. Just in case she's basically selling herself here.
He's a party.
Check her out on Wumi's Cakes and on Instagram.
Social media platforms. Yeah.
All right.
We love you, Chef Fumi.
Thank you. I love you.
Well done, well done.
Thank you. Thanks for the plan.
They're eating.
Yeah. All right, so we'll see you again tomorrow, Wednesday, 7 a.m. Don't forget.
Mwah.